you know, impacting so much people. And why is our vision touching base on such things? Number one, life is not only about dreams and goal. Before dreams and goal, there was always humanity. Humanity, look, the Bible says humanity come before honor. I hope you guys are listening to that. Humanity come before honor. Without humanity in you, it will be hard for you to give, be giving honor to. You understand? So your humanity is what's going to make people to honor you. Okay. Now your humanity is what speak differently of who you definitely are than what people see. Okay. So we are touching base on things like gender-based violence, and that is an issue in our community today. And Adeline and Bernice, I'm pretty sure they dedicated their time in explaining to you, especially. I want to really recognize the effort that Adeline put in this by recognizing that the affliction on an individual just because of their gender, you know, it is something that can really break a person. And most people will overlook that. Like, how is that even how is that even making sense? Number one, why is it that you overlook somebody just because they are female? Let's just start from there, right? We have community today, especially in Africa, where if you're female, you're not supposed to talk when a man talk. You're supposed to be silent, right? And if you're male, you always have authority. You always have, that means even when you don't have money in your pocket, you always have that authority of you being the final say in the house. And that is breaking us because we are not considering that God made us one as human beings, one female and male. We are one flesh, one blood. But we begin to carry that our all parents mentality of saying, no, a woman's supposed to be silent when a man talking. You don't know what you can learn from that woman when she remains silent her whole life. You don't learn fun from her. And that's the truth. She can be silent your whole life. By the time you say, do she say yes, sir? You say that, she say yes, sir. At the end of the day, that thing what she's supposed to give you that will make you great, it will not come out. It will not come out. Because what? You make her to feel like she's not a person, but rather you see, if you see the animals, you see the dog, when you call the dog, the dog start running because the dog already understands that's all it's there for to eat and to come. When you say fetch, it fetch. And so if you treat another person in such way, okay, it means you are basically reducing yourself, your own character, your own personality to a lesser understanding, to a lesser person than what you are, the way you are truly. Okay. So I'm going to go to the next slide just to make sure that we go through all of these, and then I'll go ahead and climax it together. So that next slide, please. There you go. All right. So we come here and it's all connected, right? Because then if we have gender-based violence, it has to start from something. We come now to what? The impact of alcohol and drugs, which was given by Jerry and our beloved sister Limo. So now, this is another thing that I already said, humanity before honor. You can't say, I want to be great, but you're not willing to care for human. You know, I want to be great. I want to be the next man to make it to the moon. I want to be the next scientist that make a difference in my society. I want to build this. All of those dreams, they need human being. They need human being. So if now you have substance abuse, which is drugs and alcohol, substance abuse, you have people around your area that are dealing with these substance abuse. And now you find them as if to say they are no longer part of the community. They are no longer human being to you. You don't see them as people. As a drunkard, or you see them as Zoko, like we call it in Liberia. Okay, you see them as a gangster, a Zoko, or a thug. You don't you no longer see them as a person that they are. So now, what do you see? Again, it go back to that gender violence. You only see animal. You don't see a human being. You only see animal because you know that even though this person is under the influence of alcohol and drugs, and even though you are trying your best, you're making good decision, but what make you think you are any special than them? That's the number one thing that brings humanity into act. And I don't just want us to leave from here and be like, oh, yeah, we came here, we learned this, we learned that, we take this from here. No, every teaching is only based on one thing: you achieving your dream, your goal, making that difference in your community. And it start with being a human to those other human that you see day to day. Or you can have a baby daddy or a baby mama that barely care about your children, that barely care about you. But the way you treat that baby daddy or that baby mama tells you who you are as a person. It don't matter how they treat you, but it's you that's always in the mirror. Whenever you go look at the mirror, you're not worried about the other person right behind your teeth. You're only worried about your teeth because you are the one looking at it, right? So if you say, "Oh, I was listening to when Brother Jerry was asking," he said, "What is it that you took from here?" And one of our brothers stated that he loved the position of a leadership or leadership. I really like what he said about it. And I'm not misjudging him or trying to make him feel any lesser than what he's supposed to. But the leadership starts with you. It don't start with nobody else. The leadership is not the how many people you are leading. If I tell you that in the church, a huge building, okay, we started with 5 persons. Five. Church congregation begin to grow from 5 to another stage to the point you can't count people. That because you have to first treat those 5, that one person in your life, like a human being. If you can't do it, that person may be able to connect you to someone or something that will better your life. But because you refuse to see them as a human being, at the end of the day, you don't make a difference. You only have dreams. You only have goals. You only have hope in your mind, in your head. Nothing with result on it. So how is this connecting to substance abuse? I thought you're supposed to be helping us to not abuse substance. No, substance abuse is not about me helping you not to abuse substance. It's about me telling you that you need to be there for that brother who already abusing the substance. Now, if you are helping somebody, like Paul said, you who teach the law, do you break the law? No. If you are helping somebody, obviously you're not going to go join them because you cannot go tell somebody, say, oh, I'm helping you, but let's smoke this one together. I'm helping you, but let's drink this one together. Until you start helping someone, one person, every week, one person in your community to leave alcohol, to leave drugs, you're not ready to be a leader. That's the truth. You're not ready to step into the form of leadership because when you are running tomorrow, you are running a multi-millionaire business, right? You are going to deal with people in your business area that love to drink, that love to smoke, that love to abuse alcohol or substance of any kind and drugs. So if you cannot do it now, what you have today, what make you think you'll do it tomorrow? What make you think you'll even find the, because most people build businesses on what people need. So you now start with one person. Oh, I'm helping John from so he can leave alcohol, so he can leave drugs. Tomorrow, you're helping John and Peter. You're helping John, Peter, and Mary. You're helping John, Peter, Mary, and Martha. And as you go forward, pretty soon you open a business called Rehab. Why? Because you care about humanity. Even though it was never your dreams, but now people see you making good living. Oh, this one helped my brother John. This one helped my brother Mary. This one helped my brother Peter. And so on, because why? You become a human first. That's the decision. right, let's get to our next slide. So now we come to the form of leadership. And now I think you guys can already tell that I've been hitting on this. All right. So the leader is not about how many people you lead. Okay. The leader is about what people see you as. It's leadership is not about how many billion you got in your bank account. I'm sorry to break it to you. But if you don't have the real criteria of a leader, you can have $1 billion today and tomorrow you can have zero. Believe me, you can have $1 billion today and tomorrow morning you have zero. You say, but who would just blow $1 billion in one day time? It's possible. Because why? You don't have a leadership position. You don't have a leadership mentality. You don't have a leadership understanding. All right. So let's give it a try. Let's try with 10,000, or let's just say 1,000. When somebody say, okay, now I'm giving you a 1,000, I want to give you 1,000 every single day for, let's say, the next 100 years, or maybe let's break it down to 50 years, or maybe 25 years. Let's just say 25 years. 1,000 every single day for the next 25 years. Every day, I want to give you $1,000. And then another person comes and say, no, 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 don't take that $1,000 every day. As for me, I'm going to give you 10,000 right now. Right now. Don't take the 1,000 every day. And people without leadership understanding or mentality will run to the big money. They run to the big money. Why? Oh, because they will start naming their problem. God forbid. The person, well, my brother need money. I need to buy the land. I need to build this house. This is my goal. This is my dream. And you begin to spend on those things. So even if you had $1 million, you already have a million problem. Your $1 million goes straight to the million problem. The next day is gone. A leadership is to be someone who influence people through what? Service. And Matthew didn't hide it from y'all. He made it clear. Like your service got to make the difference. What is service? Service is being a human. What is being a human? Caring for those people. Number one, starting with gender, violence, cutting it off. Number two, substance abuse that are out there, helping them. And then once you start to walk in that path, just maybe you can start to see the light within your leadership. You start to see the difference that you make. Nobody don't have to tell you, as you say, what have you done? Because people will see it. People around you will notice it. And by people noticing it, you become that light. And that's a role for a leader, to be a light. Because everybody else, they're looking for a way forward, right? What did Jesus do? He said, I'm the truth, the way, and the light to heaven. Nobody else knows the way. People are looking for the way, bro. I mean, I'm so sorry to literally be blunt as I am, but that's the truth. If you're not providing the way to anything, nobody want to deal with you. You can't run any business. It's either you're working on a team that providing the way, or you are providing the way. Now, for example, somebody may be hungry. And if you work at our famous store that we have here called Walmart, you're providing the way by making sure the store is stocked. You're working with a group of people that provide a way to calm people hunger. All right? Business mindset. All right. Now you are providing a way so that you can calm people hunger. Now, other people may be, let's say, they maybe needing African food. All right. And you find yourself in a different area. Maybe you need Nigerian food, maybe you need Ghanaian food, Liberian food, or Sierra Leonean food, whatever it is they need. All right. But if there is no one who's making the way for you to get those food, there's no way you can get it. But if you understand the criteria of a true leader, you begin to make that way, not only for your family, not only for your friends, but pretty soon for people around you. And that's why we have these little stores that are making big difference in the community. If you look at the youth in the surrounding area, you can say, oh, I have attended, I have vision, youth teaching you conference. The conference helped me to learn this. And for that reason, I can now impact the youth. How are you going to impact the youth? Just by listening? No. It's not only about listening, but also about doing. Your impact will come in when you the youth that, hey, even though people call you Zoko today, you're my friend. You don't have to start with money. You don't have to be rich to go help a Zoko. Call you Zoko. I call him my friend. He was steal from you. Yes, he was steal from you. That's what a leadership is. To be a leader, you have to be willing to lose time, money, value. It's no, no. That I type of leader I want to be. Then you're not willing to be a leader in anything. That's the truth. That's the actual truth. If you're not willing to lose, you're not willing to be a leader. You cannot be a leader. You have to be willing to lose your time. You have to be willing to you have that is more important in your life. All right. Now, what teaching the Jesus disciple? If you're not willing to pick up your cross and follow me, then you're not my disciple because why at the end of the day, that's the only way you can lead other people. Are you laying down yourself first? Let it work on you. You see as a flow, but not literally. Not literally. We are talking about intent here. Not literally. In doing that, it not mean you should be a fool. Just go there, Zogo begin and slap you up and nothing. You know. He said, I sent you what? As a sheep among wolves. Be wise like a serpent, but harmless as a dove. Why? Why did he say that? You have to be wise like a serpent. Why? Because you don't want them to do you wrong. You don't want them to misuse your time. If you go out there today, you're going to help someone who abusing alcohol, substance abuse. You reach out there today, your goal is to help that person to stop substance abuse, right? You reach that one person. You're not going to go there to say, my brother, your father, yeah, buy a small bottle of alcohol. No, that's not your role. You don't have to spend money. You don't have to do nothing gentle. All you got to do is conversation. Get to know that person who they are. Get to know their story. Get to break yourself down to them. Make them feel part of you that you're a human being just like them. That's a leader. And if you really look at what everything that Matthew said, I just kind of summarize up a little bit. All right. Matthew make it clear that a positive change, okay, within the community start from you as a leader. So if you see everything that climaxing here, oh, how does that have to do with leadership? It does. Because at the end of the day, you are that positive change. You can make that difference. Let's go to the next slide. Now, we have leadership and personal development. And that's why I told you just now, it's not about you saying you laying your head on the chopping board and say, oh, they can slap me, they can beat me. No, you need to be wise. You need to be wise. You have to make it your agenda that you have to seek wisdom. Wisdom in your sense, wisdom in your surrounding. Now, personal development is something that most people misunderstand. And at the end of the day, they end up destroying even the very people that they want to help. You know that a leader can corrupt the entire community just because they didn't develop themselves personally. They can. They can corrupt the entire community because they did not develop themselves personally. I'm sorry to say this, most people may not agree with me, but if you see right now, our leadership in the United States of America, because there is no personal development, they do whatever they want to do. If you look at the government clearly, government of the United States, this greatest country in the world, now people do whatever they want to do because why? There was no personal development. They were just, oh, I got money, so I step in a position. You see, that's what money can do. Money can only influence you the wrong way to not even focus on the very people you're supposed to be helping. The very people that you're supposed to be developing and building. You don't focus on them. I'm sorry, guys. I was just interrupted. I just interrupted with a call. Um, okay. Now, personal development is something that will, number one, allow you, allow you to be voted, to be placed in a position you yourself never expect yourself to be. How so? But the way how you present yourself. Personal development is always based on how people see you, how you present yourself, how you speak, how you go, how you do everything that has to do with you, your scent, your smell on your body, your clothes, the cleanness, how pressed they are, your hair, how presentable it is, your teeth, your smile, everything that has to do with you. Why? Because you yourself, you are a brand. When God made you, the whole world belongs to God. God made you individual brand. Individually, you are a brand. That's why today you see music, musician, they use their face on album covers. They honor them, brand. Their appearance. That's what make them who they are. Now, if I say I'm a pastor and I go and preach, and then I have my pants is sagging to my knees. Tell me, in the next, let's say, 4 or 5 minutes of me walking on the pulpit, how many people in the congregation will still remain sitting down? Your personal growth is discipline your character. The foundation of leadership is on that. You have to be willing to be learning continuously. Because what? That's what will create opportunity for a long-term success. It will create opportunity for a long-term success. Now, the last time when Matthew did his teaching, I came on and I stated to a brother, I believe he's still on here, if I'm not mistaken, it might be Thomas. But we were focusing on the leadership role. And I was making sure that he know that not to badmouth any organization you work with before, not to speak negatively on that organization. Because at the end of the day, personally, it's going to affect you. You see, personally, it's going to affect you. Because what? You personally are the one using your own person that people see you as to talk negative about other people organization. You see? So by you saying those negative things, now other organization will be afraid to bring you closer. They'll be like, oh, I don't know. He didn't like Mary organization. What if he didn't like mine and he don't like mine either? And he went to he go ahead and say all these negative things about me. So no, I don't want to have him in my organization. Because personally you agree in yourself to talk negatively. So at the end of the day, you're not building a community. You're not building a vision. You're not building yourself. Just to slow down a little bit, I told you guys how I have vision came about. It was just a hobby, having fun, laughing. We stood there. We said, "Oh, you know what? We're gonna start our own thing. What's it gonna be? I have," and then another person answered vision. Okay, that's it. Really? Yes. What kind of vision you have? And we start to explain, making videos of the visions that we have, seeing a development in the community, seeing a change. And it just took that seed to be planted from what? Us personally getting in line with one another. And took that seed to be planted so that one person from among us can captive that seed and run with it. So now, if you don't have that personality of people caring for people, how will you have a conversation with somebody, plan to do something, and come up with something that could make a difference, even through just a conversation? You understand? So your personality is what represents everything about your home, your children, your wife. But trust me, you be a man who's married and have a wife and have kids, eh? Or a woman who's married and have a husband and have kids. And then you go out there, you start cursing people, you start abusing people in the market. Everything you say will come back on them. They'll say, oh, that one, that any other man who wife do this, or any other woman who husband did this. Your personality affect the organization you find yourself in. Can we go on to the next slide? Now, with that being said, we we went to the very two Ellis and Stans Kamara. Sensi Kamara. I can't pronounce that name right, but anyway, they talked about the public service and public image. So now that went back to what personality, right? Personality. So if you, once again, your personality is not in line, it's not impressive, it's not making that difference. Now, how will anyone take it serious? How will anyone think that you have plans for your future? Now, I know that most people always say, oh, I'm African, I live in Africa, so it's okay for me to do this. Let me tell you, in America, here in America, there are people that are 10 times poorer than people that live in Africa today. 10 times poor, right? But those people, when they say be here at 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock will not reach. It will be exactly 12:45 and they are waiting. Even though they are 10 times poor than those people that are in so-called poor lane. They are on time, very punctuate when it comes to what? Their image. And not only on time, they are on time, well dressed. And then you'll be like, oh, they don't have responsibility. Trust me. The rules here is being on time, it means you're late. And being late, it means don't ever return. Never again. Don't ever come back. All right. If you have an appointment or you have somebody to meet, a business meet or interview, and you say you are, if you want to be on time, be early. Being on time means you might have to be early. You have to come in early, 15 minutes early. That is what your public image, your self image. That's what people will see and declare you someone that is well deserving of whatever it is that they have going on. And you'll say, oh, but I'm not here for people to give me opportunity. I'm only here for me to give other people opportunity. Even then worse, much more worse. Because as you think right now, if you ask my CEO, I call him and I say, hey, I need to help him with a little project. I need to hire some people. And I can't find out how to go about hiring these people because I need to be in person here, in person in a city that I am. I can't find out how to go about this hiring, and I'm struggling with it to the point I have to contact him to find out how. That's me not being ready for an opportunity of hiring another person. You see, not to say opportunity not present yourself, but if you're not ready, okay, at the end of the day, it will not go through. And if you not go through, you don't know what kind of opportunity you're missing. And if those people were not, God forbid, if those people were not going to be hired by me, guess what? If I couldn't figure out how to hire those people and I don't go through with it, guess what's going to happen? The project that was given to me, they're going to give it to somebody else. And that's how life works. You only have opportunity in a blink of an eye. Your public image tells people who you are, how responsible you are. True leader is measured by service and character. Okay? You are measured by character, your appearance. It tells people that, oh, I am this. But because we have that mentality, I'm African, we barely care to put 1 cent. We tell everybody video on, we can interact with you. But if you look up and down, you probably see 1 or 2 person that have that video on right now. Why? Because it's that mindset. That mindset of undermining that which is take to be small and seeing that, oh, my being here is important. I'm learning. I'm taking something. No, somebody could see your face from this video, see your image, see the way you posted, the way you're listening, your attention, and contact you right now and be like, hey, you know what? I want you to run this business for me because this business requires someone that is very punctuate, someone that can pay attention, someone that can represent each time I need them. See, that's what it means. Public service, public image. That's what it means. That's what it follows. It follows everything about who you are. And now I'm, like I said, I'm not trying to call you guys out, but I'm saying this so that if we leave from here tomorrow, you'll be like, okay, even though I love this class and I took this from this one, I enjoy, have vision, overall version of this youth teaching youth global conference. We don't want you to only enjoy it, we want you to take a thing from it that you will neutralize. So that next time we are having another global conference, you'll come here and give a testimony. You'll be like, oh yeah, from what I learned from here, I use it and now I'm this. No one, believe it or not, no one is in the point of where you say I will never succeed. No one ever is at a point where you say I will never succeed. Perfect example, the man that made KFC. 70 years old man when he made KFC. 70 years old man when he made KFC. And his grandchildren became rich from it. I'm not saying that you need to be 70-year old before. It may remind me of a time. I'm not saying that you need to be 70-year old before you make a decision. I'm saying the decision you make today climax who you are. It tells people who you are. All right, let's slide to the next slide. We'll soon be there. Okay. And now we have the role of a leader, which similar is a similar topic. And now it's by Cecilia and that Matthew gave. So if we look at the role of a leader, if we look at the role of a leader, it touched basically from the very start. All right, humanity, humanity, humanity. That's what make the difference. I want to slow down with this one a little bit because humanity, anything you do, you need human being. You see, I'm selling kerosene, you need human being. You see, I'm selling gas, you need human being. You say, oh, I'm just opening a little store, a bicycle store, you need human being. Without human being, there is no job that exists. Nothing. The dogs will not pay you, cat will not pay you. You need human being to pay for your service in everything you do. There is not a service where you do, where you perform without human being. So if you learn something from me today, it should be like humanitarian should be your goal. Making a difference, starting with you first. Humanitarian should be your number one goal because that's how you become to show your vision that you have. Because our goal is for your vision to show, right? That's why it's called I have vision. You have a vision. I have a vision. Everybody have our own vision. For your vision to come out into the world, it starts with you being a human being to somebody else. Let's go to the next slide. And we talk about peace and diplomacy. Understanding this will tell you definitely, definitely that you're a true leader. Okay? I'm pressing on the part of a leadership because if you really go from the beginning of this, from entrepreneur to the gender violence down to substance abuse, every single topic we touch on is about you leading your community out of poverty. You can be like people who will say, oh, I don't care if John died in poverty or John Bennett. No, it should hurt you if John died in poverty. Because at the end of the day, if John died in poverty, who knows if it was John's service that's supposed to bring you or make you a billionaire? You don't know. If it was supposed to be what that one thing you would do for John that was supposed to help you to become that great person you are to be. You don't know. You don't know that, right? So, humanitarian is the overall goal. Communication, understanding, and cooperation. Don't say, oh, I am in a position of a leader, so for that reason I can do whatever I want to do. Or maybe I don't care, this is not even my goal, this is not something I really want to focus on, so for that reason I'm not going to really give him my time. No, you should. This is what our Lord and Savior Jesus said. He said, number one is, blessed is the poor in spirit. Why? For theirs is the kingdom of heaven. What is the kingdom of heaven? Riches, money, every good thing you imagine. For you to live a life on earth like you're in heaven, it is yours if you are willing to be taught. If you're ready to learn, the poor in spirit means people who are willing to be taught, people who are teachable. If you're not teachable, nobody can tell you what to do, how to change your life, how to transform things. If people telling you, you're hearing it, but going out the other door, you're not taking no notes, you're not making impact on your own. At the end of the day, you're not poor in spirit. You're very rich in spirit because you think you say you know everything. You're already rich in spirit. Now, how you get riches? So, if you're already rich in spirit, you can't get no riches because you're still rich. Be waiting for your spirit to be poor first, then you get real life riches. Be willing to learn. Be ready to pick up what people will tell you. Let's go to the next slide. We're gonna jump through all of them. I just want to see where it's the conclusion. But let's go to the next slide. All right. So networking, that's where it comes to. And I love the fact that everything just connects, right? All right. So now networking is number one. Again, you have to be that person who is poor in spirit. Be willing to learn from others. Be willing to communicate. Be willing to do those things. That's the only way you can network with other people. Like right now, I can choose say, "Oh man, I want to know who Thomas is." I really like the fact that he's always present. And he's learning. I can choose to say that, and I want to contact him. Maybe he can do something. Yeah, I can work together. Why? Because at the end of the day, I see his image, I see his publicity, I see how he carries himself, I see the fact that he's always here, he's present, and that makes it for me. That make the difference for me. Okay? Or I can choose to say, okay, I'm going to pick a leader like Emmanuel. Okay? Why? Because the fact that he's a leader and he's still humble, even after he gave his speech, he's still here with us. He's not saying, "Oh no, I'm not going to join the team because I'm already done with my speech. I have big things to do." No, he humbled himself and still joined. He's still willing to learn. At the end of the day, that's what makes a difference. That's what creates networks. That's people not going to want to talk to you if you're not willing to be humble, because everybody gets something to say. But only you and you're talking, saying out to a, what is it that people will tell you for you to get something from them? Who want to say, okay, let me be friends with you on social media because, what's my call it? Just because you talk plenty? No, they will only say, let me be friends with you because we have a connection. There's something about you that I like, and that connection is start with listening and also being a human. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, now as we come to the closer to the conclusion, leadership, integrity, peace, service, networking, personal development, all of these things. Also, not forgetting gender or equality, substance abuse, and all those things that we touch base on. We only talk about them because these are things that will help each and every one of us to make difference in our home. When I say in your home, I'm not only talking about your house, I'm also talking about your yard. When I say in your yard, I'm not only talking about your neighborhood, the place where you are, I'm also talking about your entire community. When we talk about a community, we're not only talking about that community where you say, "Oh, me I live in Relay or I live in Cinco." No, we are talking about the entire Moravia, the entire region. When we're talking about the entire area, the region, we are not only talking about that region, we are also talking the entire country. If we're talking the entire country, we are talking the entire continent. And when we're talking the entire continent, we are talking the entire world. I hope you are getting the churn of brothers and sisters. If you can make that impact on one person from your house, you can make it in your yard. Because that person went in your house, they will step out of the house to go in the yard. and your impact remain with them. If you can make that impact in a year, that person in a year, they'll go to the community. And so on. That impact will go all the way to the entire world. As I come to conclude, let's go to the concluding slide. As, as I come to conclude, I want you to apply the knowledge you have gained from here. Becoming who you truly meant to be. Making that positive change in your home, school, churches, workplace, community. Because at the end of the day, if you can just listen, right? You say, oh man, I need money. The men empire, the way they're talking, the in America, so they think that this thing easy. I lived in Liberia. Not just born in America. I lived in Liberia. I said kerosene before in Liberia. Not only in Liberia, I said cash bars in Ivory Coast, in Ghana. I've lived a struggling life before God opened door for this one. You are not stuck in struggle life. If you feel like that's what you're going through right now, you're not stuck. What will make the difference? Your impact. Your impact. That one person you meet, that conversation you will have, the way you see that person, that's what make that difference. Everybody can see that person as a role in the community, but if you see that person as a human being, you begin to make that difference. Because the funny part is, you don't know if that person will know someone who may help you with interview when you go for your interview. You don't know, and that's the world we live in. It's uncertain. My As I conclude, once again, I finished. I was told that time is up, but as I conclude, I just want you to know this, right? Making an impact is start with humanity. That's the overall I want you to gain. Making an impact is start with you seeing that next person. And when I say humanity, if you see someone who in a stage where they seem like they are very high, don't think they are better than you. No, they're not better than you. You can still talk to them with respect and also see them as humanity. I'm not saying you should disrespect them, respect them, see them as human. Because when you begin to worship another man, you create a snare for yourself. You make a trap for yourself. And the trap is hard to get out of. That's why in America we say, oh, if you are a best friend with a girl, you can't ever be that girl husband or boyfriend because they get now see you as just a brother, that you in that brother zone. You can never say, oh, I really let you. She'll say, but what are you talking? So me and you are just brother, you're sure keeping that brother zone, because why at the end of the day, that's the level you're starting on. So if you see somebody who in a higher position, you begin to lick the floor with that person on. At the end of the day, you are already telling that person, say, I belong to lick the floor where you're stepping on. You already allow yourself that mindset to be given to that person. So being humanity is not always really humbling yourself down, but it's seeing people as human beings and treating them with respect. Now, my own personal gain from this all is, you see, our CEO, Douglas, when he started to pursue I have vision, he called he called me and he said, I'm doing this. And this a few years ago, I'm doing this. I'm like, okay, if you do it, glory be to God. If you do it, that'll be a success for me too. And I thought he was joking. A few years later again, he called me, I'm doing this. Until now, we are here at a global conference. My is give up your dream. Go ahead and pursue that path. You have a vision. Your vision, don't ever let anyone shut it up. People will come that either say, oh, I know it all. People will come that either say, oh, I got more money. People will come that they say, oh, you're wasting your time. Listen, the day you choose to let your dream die, no one else will pick it up for you. It die. No one else will put breath inside for you. But if you choose, like this young man, to pursue that goal, that image that you want to see, that you want to make in the world, it's possible. There is nothing impossible to a dreamer. God bless you. I hope you guys enjoy this session. As I come to conclusion, I will ask you a few questions. Maybe the leader today, Brother Jerry, will ask you a few questions too. Um, but I just want to point out that humanity is the beginning of a true leadership. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pastor Liverpool. That was powerful. Wow, that was so powerful. Never give up in everything you do. Continue pushing and always have a positive mindset and knowing fully well that there is nothing is impossible. You can tell, when he was giving a little bit of his story, I could just reflect, imagine. And I believe the time he was talking about, it wasn't even, as things I it is right now, wherein you find a whole lot of opportunities are wasting now. Imagine if he could survive during those days or that time, I mean, then what is it that you cannot ask? The Bible says, ask and it shall be given. And I love that favorite part of the Bible from Matthew 7 verse 7. So I really do appreciate you. And Pastor Liverpool want to say a bravo, and we are glad having you. And also all of your mentorship and and every advice that you have given us. We thank God that we have you in our little corner that we can rely on, and you are always there to listen to us, especially for me. So that was powerful. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I know you guys are waiting for the A and Q section, but we are going to take it a little bit different today. So instead of we asking you a question, you're just going to give, for each participant here, we would love to, hear a little bit from you. Like each participant can take at least 2 minutes and tell on this section as well. So if you want to speak out, you can just raise your hand and you will be recognized.
So as Jared's saying, it's not so what we're gonna do, we're just gonna it's more like a remark, right? It's not a caution. We want all of our participants, we want to again say we want you guys to say something, we want to hear your voices. So please, we'll be okay, let's just start from Deconti. You have been with us from day one or from day two. You have been imparted from our vision from all of our speakers. We had wonderful speakers here on this um, webinar. So we want you to take the opportunity to speak to our vision, to speak to all of our speakers. It's just a remark from you to the organization, to all of the speakers, to your fellow participant. You can have something to say. So we'll take Degonti, see more about mom, you can go ahead and then we'll call the next person.
Okay, thank you, Matthew, for the platform given to me. I appreciate the CEO, Dr. Sulo, for this opportunity given to we, the youth today, to come on board and say what we know and what we don't know to learn from others. And also, I would like to appreciate the team so much for giving us the aim of this program, knowing about our community, our own life, and the society as large. One of the things that I learned from this program is about leadership ability. Leadership starts within and it ends abroad. That's why we know that we have good two leadership role, good and bad leader. But I know I'm not going to be a bad leader because a good leader influence people, try to make a, try to make their department grow, go forward, and also implement what they have learned. And pertaining to that, I have a question also to Jerry because he spoke about drugs abuse and other stuff like that. And also, all of these topics are intertwined because leadership that leads to entrepreneur and gender-based violence, alcohol, and so forth. All of the topics that I cannot name. I would like to appreciate all of you for this platform. And also, I learned a lot from you guys. And I will try to implement that in my community, in my school, in my church in Liberia. So my question now goes to Jerry because he spoke about alcohol and drugs use. So, Jerry, how can we get rid of somebody who is in a community selling drugs to our youth today? And 90% of that youth are influence of that person because of what they are taking in today. Because we know that when you take in drugs, you will not be sound, you'll be all of the mind, and before you realize, you come to yourself. If 90% of the youth within the community are influenced of that drug seller, how can a balanced 10% get rid of that drug dealer within the community? So that's my question to you. So thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay.
So thank you, Sister Conti, and we really do appreciate you being with us, and also that's tell us that you have been following. All right. So to your question, so I like the fact where you say 90%. You didn't say 100%. You said 90% in the community. Already been influenced by that man, and the remaining 10% tells you that those are the positive one, those one with the high IQ. So I do believe that we have a law. We have a law that govern every nation, and those people with that mindset, like during my presentation, I tell you those things, it slow down your IQ. But in their own state of mind, they feel at that time, whenever they take those things, they feel that their IQ is high. So you who in a right state of mind know fully where the effect or the impact those things have on the life of we the youth negatively. What we do, reach out to the Lord. Don't be afraid, because I cannot advise you to go and talk to that person to stop doing that thing, or to forcefully remove that person, because if you go there, it will lead to violence. Reach out to the Lord and report that person. By you going out to speak out and reporting that person, you are advocating for the youth in your community. They might not see it that way, because 90% of them have already been influenced by that individual. But by you standing up, going to report them to the law, you have LDA, you go and report them. When they remove that person from that community, they remove that person because you spoke out, because you stood out. Others were afraid, but you took the bold mental to go out and speak out, and that person is being removed from the community. And it will take time. So my answer to your question is, out of the 10% can go out to the law and report the case, and the law will take it action. Furthermore, you can also go as a some other person, engage them. If you feel that it's going to lead to violence, that's why I'm not encouraging you to go there, because those things sometimes they can be in a state of mind. You cannot see the crazy man and then you holding stick and tell us how will knock you with a thing. That man know he will knock you with it, right? He know he will knock you with it. So you who in your state of mind, the right thing to do is to find a solution, and the only solution to that problem is by involving the law. So thank you, and I hope
I want to come in a
I've
little
answered
bit.
your question. Okay.
All right. I wanted to come in a little bit. On what Jerry was saying. He's correct. He's quite correct. 100% go to the law. That's my advice to everybody. Also, we live in a community. In a time where, for example, now here in America, they have an area called ghettos. In the ghetto, most people are like even the law are influenced by the drug dealers. All right. Even people that are supposed to enforce the law, they are influenced by the drug dealer. So now the next step is most people will protest. They will have protest if you're not having a lot of people by your side to say, oh, no more drugs in our community, no more drugs in our community to be marching the street. The next step is by making signs, stick it or t-shirt or signboard, stick it everywhere in the community where people can gather, no drugs, any drugs straight to jail, to put fear in those people. Because sometimes, unless people see something that threatens them, they will not do anything about it. And most often, if you are not willing to take matter in your own hand, even sometimes people can go to the law. Here in America, they have a lot of people that influence by drug dealers. They will take them to jail. The next morning, they'll be back doing the same thing, selling the drugs right back on the street, like it never happened. So those community leaders, they gather with people and they call other team members that are against drugs, leaders, church leaders, or choir members. They march against drugs. And once they do it 2 or 3 times before you know it, that person leave the community. Or the law will step in by themselves and take that person through judgment. Because at that time now, it's a public concern. It's no longer hidden. So there's no way you can say, oh, uh, even though they tell us, but we not care that that person is not doing drug, we not check the person, they're not doing nothing. Because that's what most people say, and then they take them to jail and release them. But that's the only thing I can think of next is by protesting against it. Make sure you are safe while doing that, and make sure you also have people that will back you up while doing that. Always as a protest, my number one key point I like to tell people is keep your true identity hidden. You can be a protest and not tell people where you live. If you say, "Oh, but I live in the community, how can I protest against it?" You can involve people that when they know they see you protest against it, they will not come and put you at risk at night. They're not, for example, they're not come burn your house or something. You know. So basically, it's a challenging thing, but it's possible to get rid of. Yes.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So what we're gonna do, we actually in your statement, if you want to answer a question, we beg you please let all of our response and question be in 2 minutes because of time. We know today is the last day, and we just want to give everyone the opportunity to speak, but let us just be time observant. So please, we want the maximum of 2 minutes. And if you have any question to end our speaker here, or it will be at the end of the session before they come in to answer your question, please. And that's only because of time. So we'll take Thomas. From Thomas, we're going to take Steve. Yeah, thank you, Thomas. You can go ahead.
Thank you very much, Paramafi, for the opportunity again. So, let me start by appreciating uh, every participant, us, the participant, going to our speakers who have been doing extremely well, and not forgetting about the I Have Vision team. Most importantly, to this our CEO, CEO talk. I want to appreciate it personally because one way or the other have been impacted so well. I'm not going to ask any question tonight. Just going to share one of the topic that I felt very, very impacted from, which was on substance abuse when one of the speaker who I think it was Limu when I think on the three when she presented on drugs about substance abuse where she later on make a point where she talked about awareness. I think right after that day, I made a Facebook post. And also when the pastor too was actually presenting that today, I think he presented that before today, and he mentioned something about consistency. If you want to, let's say, achieve something, you gotta be consistent. After I even share my experience where I inbox or an activist who I saw as a role model, and I end of the day, I haven't gotten a response from him. And after a few times, when you go on my Facebook page now, you'll notice that I stopped activating and then I just focus on building myself, my career, and schooling. I just stopped the activism work. But then because of that, I've already retrospect on it again, and I've decided to once again start my activism work on my Facebook account. Thank you very much.
So thank you so kindly, Thomas, for observing the time and working in the time. So I will take Steve. So before Steve comes in, let me see. tonight, please. We're baking all of our, and trust me, we want to call everyone out, one, all the participants on here. We want to call everyone one at a time to speak. And then after this session, we're going to give the opportunity to all of our speakers to give their, closing remarks, as the YTY comes to an end. We want all of them to, give their closing remarks, and also give us their social media handles as well. Maybe, like I said yesterday, maybe we want to follow them. Maybe what they were speaking on, we didn't get the added time to ask whatever question we had at the time. So we want to follow them. Maybe they can be our mentors as well. So we give each speaker the opportunity to say something as well. So for now, we take the participants. So you can go ahead, Steve.
I think I'll have to lower my hands because I serve as a speaker here.
Yeah,
So
yeah, sure.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we'll take Jeff. So okay, on the side of the speakers, then Steve will take you first, and then we'll take Mr. Emmanuel next. So that's after the participant quickly. So Jeff, you can go ahead.
Yes, so thank you to Have Vision. Thank you to all of the speakers, the previous speaker, Pastor Nyawu. What I've learned for the past days, I just summarize them. First, through the role of the leader, as I said, it was my favorite topic. And the second, which is on networking, that was delivered last night by Mr. Emmanuel. And the third, which is about the importance of peace. The role of a leader, as you said, the leader is like the eyes of to the body. Wherein, if the eye is blind, or if the eye is not functioning, trust me, the body will not be will not go in the right direction, right? So for networking, last night it was very very impactful for me for networking because I started that particular program from the beginning and I ended it. So I got a lot of notes from there. And it is very important to know that through networking, one, you must first identify, as Mr. Emmanuel Ojidigba said, you must identify what can you offer. Identify what can you offer before pursuing connection or before pursuing relationship. I learned that and I'm going to apply that. And the third is the importance of peace. We all it was Steve who spoke on that, the importance of peace, and who said it is the bedrock of every foundation. It is the bedrock of every foundation. If there was no peace, I would not be sitting here quietly in this room. Now that you over there, now that all of us sitting quietly, somewhere outside, just imagine. Without peace, there will be no space for us to communicate peacefully. So that's just my take for 10 days of presentation. Thank you.
So thank you, Jeff. Thank you so much. So we will take Miata. So Miata, please come in. You can unmute your mic. If you are to a comfortable place, you can please put your camera on as well. We will really do appreciate that, please. So Miata, you will take the stage, please.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I am Yata. Thank you, everyone. Thanks to I Have Vision, the CEO, everyone that is working behind the scene, on the scene. I want to say thank you. I really, really, really enjoyed the program. Like from day one to the last, I enjoy everything. The first one, day one was about entrepreneurship. Well, I learned I loved it day one because it's what I want to drive in, right? I have a little business and then I'm struggling with it, but I know that I will do better. And then for today, the pastor talked about impact. He said, as a person, you should make impact. Yeah, and then for the leadership role, finding a mentor in guiding you yesterday on, it was great also. I want to say thank you to all of the speakers and everyone that worked to make this webinar a success. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I just love how we are following the time, everybody working in the 2 minutes. So we will take Samsung. Sorry, I'm just saying the Samsung. We are yet to know your name. So I'm saying Samsung SM. We will take you, please. You can unmute your mark and kindly put your camera on. Someone here with Samsung. Yeah. So because of time, we will just move forward to we'll take okay, since Dagonti done already, we'll take Adalan and Adalan Angie Freeman. We will take you, please. Adalan, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, so you can take the stage, please.
Okay. Good day, everyone. Good day, good evening, and thank you to everyone for being a part of this organization, of this program. On behalf of the organization, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to everyone for their contribution to this successful program. Firstly, I want to thank God. I want to thank God for guidance and protection from day one to the last day, for carrying us through this day. We want to say thank you to all of our team members, our participants, our speakers for their knowledge and their impacts. I say thank you. We pray and we hope that whatever we learn here today, we apply in our communities. Thank you all to our bosses. We say thank you, our speakers. We say thank you, our participants. We say thank you for leaving your busy schedule and taking up your time to be a part of this. We pray that next time we will do better and we'll have more people, more youth on this platform, that more people will experience knowledge or share knowledge. We want to say thank you again. Thank you all for being a part, and good night.
Thank you so much, Alan. Like Jerry rightly said, Alan is one of the backbones of this webinar. You know, uh, they don't get on to talk much as we do, but they play a very very crucial role when it comes to us being on here. So at least sometimes when we're having late hitches and things, yeah, they get to back up, or maybe probably when our speakers are not on at the time that is being scheduled, they will come in, start to lecture about the topics and stuff like that till our speakers turn in. So it's a great opportunity for us to have you, Alalan. We really do appreciate you. So we'll now move on to another important figure within the Have Vision team. So that is Limon B. Jala Smith. Limon will want to take a statement from you. You have served as one of the speaker, and you also a participant as well. And you have gone through the 9 days with the team, and you are listening to all of the speakers. So we want you to give a closing statement and in 2 minutes, please. So you can go ahead. Limo, are you there?
Yeah, I think she's having a network
Okay,
problem.
so yeah, so we will now move to our speakers, right? So before we get to our speaker, like I said, we will take Mr. Steve and then before moving to Mr. Emmanuel Okedegbi. You know, we have had the opportunity to, these are speakers that we might not encounter again, right? These are speakers we might not encounter again. What they are putting forth to us, what they have imparted us with, is something that we might literally not be able to encounter again. So we really, really, for me, I would really want to say thanks to each and every one of our speakers, right? So if you are wondering, probably what AHA Vision is all about, right? You have been thinking again, what's this organization all about? What we are into and what this Women Night is all about. Like we've been saying from day one, AHA Vision is committed to empowering youth through the SDGs, right? So we are trying to like support the United Nations, right? So we get to see that the United Nations is striving to like fulfill a mandate. So in that mandate, we are trying to help in the process. So we at Our Vision, we are dedicated to fostering an environment where we get to see young people being able to thrive, young people being able to get the needed experience, being able to learn, being able to network with others. We had the opportunity to learn about networking. We had a wonderful example as well. And if you miss something about networking, you actually miss something great. Yeah. So our goal is to provide young people the opportunity to showcase their talents, to have them learn from one another and to help guide them in the process when it comes to the SDG goals, right? We also inspire and uplift the lives of young people, from various perspective. We do that. And all of this vision is in alignment with the SDG number 4. So, and this number 4 aims at ensuring inclusion and equitable quality education and an exciting, promoting lifelong learning opportunities for everyone. So if you are wondering, I hope this help you to know what our vision is all about and into. So now we're going to take the opportunity, and it's with great pleasure we welcome on stage Mr. Steve. You can please take over. So if Mr. Steve is not here, we will take Mr. Emmanuel Okedebi, and then we will make a short announcement after him. We'll make a very, very short announcement, and we can call it our day for the last day. So, Mr. Emmanuel Ogedebi, you can go ahead, sir.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Matthew. I just want to once again appreciate the CEO, Mr. Douglas, for giving me the opportunity to present on this platform and to be part of this platform. I also want to thank each and every one of you who have actually taken out time to organize this program as a way of impacting the lives of the youth, not just on a local scale, but on a global scale. I also want to thank the participants who have taken their time to, come and learn. I believe that learning is a process. It's not something that ends. You keep learning so that you can grow and have a better life. One thing I mean, there's so many topics were treated in the course of this conference from day 1 to the 9th day. And those topics were topics that cut across the lives, every aspect of the life of a youth. All right. And it's I want to believe that the people who settle down to, I like ordered those topics from day one to the last day. Actually did a very meticulous job. It was well thought about, well arranged. And that was a wonderful one. I really want to commend the persons who were involved in putting those topics together. One thing that I appreciate so much about this conference, I was opportune to be in the former conference, the first conference that Mr. Douglas actually organized with, in collaboration with one other agency like that. I think this is the second time I'm actually participating in this conference. Is the fact that we are not just people who learn, just to learn. We have respect for God. It's very important. I see Pastor, is it Giwan? Giwan, am I correct? Giwan. I love the fact that you guys, the youth here, are not just youth who are just trying to be successful, but they understand the place of God first before they can actually fly, which is very important. And I appreciate that a lot. Anyone who acknowledges God first will definitely succeed. Every other thing you're doing, it's like a build up. God is the foundation. Every other thing that you are doing alongside is like you are building on that foundation. And there is no way such kind of foundation can go wrong. So I want to assure you guys, I want to assure us, because I'm a youth as well, that the sky is not just a limit, but a stepping stone. All we just need to do is to go out and implement what we have learned. Like the last part of what Pastor Agiwon said, right? Let's go out and learn. Start executing what you have learned. Because knowledge that is not being executed is useless. Are you getting me? It is the knowledge that you learn, that you execute, that is useful. So let's go out there and start implementing what you have learned. And I'm sure, beyond every reasonable doubt, that success is highly achievable. Thank you.
So, thank you, sir. We really do appreciate you, and it was a great honor to have you on with us. Thank you for the invitation. Um, we really grateful. And for me, I really learned a lot of things from you, uh, when you taught us on networking. So we're gonna take my co-host. This is a wonderful individual. The man can be behind my back. I mean, when you come in on, you have to be on. And, I'm really grateful to him. Grateful to the boss for paying me with this guy. He's a wonderful individual. Yeah, they're making ready give me hard time. I mean, you have to be on. So, it's with great honor to welcome my co-host, which of whom I'm well pleased. In Jerry G2. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, Chief. Actually, I'm so amazed by the entire event. When we first started the whole thing, when the boss brought by, I was like, "What? You mean 10 days? Like, wow!" But anyway, at times, when you don't start something, when you see the journey far, and you like, when I will reach there, and you don't want to make a first step, or you don't want to make a move, and you feel that it's too much, so you cannot give it a trial, you will always sit back and see other people going ahead, and while you are stay backward. But firstly, I would love to appreciate all of my colleagues at the AHA Vision. You guys did extremely well, and I love the teamwork, and not forgetting about all of the participants. I mean, without you guys, this whole entire program couldn't have even hold. I mean, you guys made it, and I love the punctuality. I love the way in which you guys all organize yourself. I see many people here who has been consistent from day one up to present. I really do commend you for all you do, and also to our wonderful speakers. You guys did an amazing job. You guys actually did an amazing job. I one of the person who, when it comes to classroom learning, I find it kind of a little bit difficult to grab faster. But when it comes to peer group, I grab faster, and those things I start to implement them. And for every speaker that came out here, they were splendid, was ready, and I feel like they was already on top of the topic. They understood the topic, and that's one of the things I do admire. And I would love to say, whenever we are having another event again, I would love to see all of you, and we all going to stay in touch. And after here, I'm going to reach out to you guys individually to connect with you all, and hope you all implement what you learned from here today. And God bless you all. Stay blessed.
God bless you all. Stay blessed. For my own said Chief Jerry G. Toll, you know, like I said, and I'll continue to say, he's a wonderful individual. From the very first day I got to meet this individual in person, he's been more like an inspiration to me. Like, he motivates me to play my role, to function well. And this is the aspect, is a good, stuff for us as team members. Yeah, he really do push us, each and every one of us in the entire team. So we want to say thank you, Jerry. We really do appreciate your service to our vision. So, Mr. Steve Dunn, we did call you, but then you left line. So we will love to hear from you again. Please, you can unmute your mic and just go ahead, please. So I think probably he's facing network issue. So for me, I think no, this would be so disrespectful for our boss to be on. Yeah, sorry about the delay because the closing, right? And we're so close. We are looking at the time is 9:16 in Liberia. We are looking at the time we're so close. We're just wrapping things up. But you guys have to hear the Bandyman voice. Yeah. And our HOM will do our closing remarks and stuff like that. But you gotta hear the vision bearer, right? The main man behind our vision. So we're not hiding, seeing, we're telling, if possible, we'll make him put a camera on so I can see his face. But honestly, as we, bring the entire section or the entire webinar to a close, as the program coordinator and the lead for the youth teaching youth, I want to say, I'm sincerely sharing their knowledge with us, for their experiences and all of those valuable insights with us. It's really a great pleasure for us, because each and every speaker contributions has made today's discussions, or made all of the day's discussion, a fruitful and meaningful one, and it has been impactful. So to all of our participants, I want to say kudos. Please let us react to all of our participants. Let us just clap for everyone, please. Let us just reply with it. Yeah, please. Let us just clap for all of our participants. You guys are so wonderful. We want to say thanks to all of you. Thanks to all of you. And for me, I love to emphasize on this, right? Because our boss always tell us it is because of the participant. That's the reason why, and that's why I always re-emphasizing on this, because anytime we finish a session, any session we finish with, the man can say, guys, 4 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, we'll go back on call right after each session. We'll be tired, we'll stay on that call. All of the mistakes that were made, how we can rectify it. Yeah, so he's a wonderful person. So we want to say, as we leave today, I want all of us as participants, as speakers, that we should, the knowledge that have been shared with us, knowledge is the most powerful. It's most powerful when it is being applied out there. So everything that we've been learned, or we've been able to learn today, 2 or 9 days, let us be able to apply them within our communities, within our homes. So I want us to continue to learn, to grow, continue to connect with one another. So you are in the chat room, we'll talk about this. please network, inbox people, right? So I want to say thank you all for the time, and with how much I do, we want to thank over to the most powerful man, the most powerful bandy man, the Flas Billy Sulu. Yeah, well,
Okay, Matthew, thank you for that introduction. I am sorry here. I'm just gonna speak from behind the screen. I'm actually at work still, to be honest. But let me see if I can turn my camera on here shortly. Um, I'm not sure if you guys can see me. I do have my camera on, but I guess it's not showing from this side.
no, we can't see you, Bandy Man.
Okay, hold on. Let me try to use. Okay, let me see if you guys can see me now. I'll turn it off and I'll turn it back on. Okay,
Yeah,
there we
yeah,
go.
much better. Yeah,
Okay, there we
Yeah,
go.
we
Okay.
see you.
All right. So I'm currently still at work. Um, as you can see, I'm just gonna go ahead and blur my background here a little bit. But I just want to appreciate each and every one of you guys for being active, participating, sharing knowledge. To my team, I know I can be a pain at times. Uh, consistency is building my blood. To everyone, it's been difficult. But before I talk about my team, I know they're laughing, and we're in the chat also having discussions about these things back and forth. And sometimes they go to bed and it's like, yeah, I'm tired with Douglas for today. But I appreciate it. I'll get to you guys here shortly. I just want to firstly start with the participants. You guys have been amazing, really amazing. It doesn't really matter the amount. It matters you who took your time, your energy, your resources, to participate, to be here with us today. Um, it means a lot. You guys really, really inspired us, even if it was just one person on here listening to all these different speakers. That's impact. To Miata, to Thomas, to Jeff, wholeheartedly, and all the other participants that have come in and back and forth, those watching on social media account, Facebook, YouTube, and so forth. Your presence is greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. We cannot take that lightly. Uh, you mean pretty much the word to us. You made this platform, this is our first initiative as a group, right? You made this successful. Um, so I just want to really, really appreciate you guys and my team, as I've always been behind them, like Matthew, Jerry, Adeline, and Limo. I've always been behind them in terms of connecting with you guys, reaching out to you guys, getting a lot of things from you guys to be able to get the connection going, right? Because to be able to build up from what you have learned, we also have to be able to connect to keep that sustained pressure is important. And then also through those engagements, we can also like build effective networking, as Mr. Emmanuel, I call him Chief, um, really deliberated on. I watched the entire section after I wasn't here, and I really, really, really enjoyed it. So we'll keep that communication going, and we'll keep you guys within our circle. I know Matthew have a couple comments here to make after me, but I'll just touch a few more things, and then I will turn the floor over back to um, the host. So, participant, thank you guys for everything. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your effort. I appreciate your patience and your consistency. I hope that whatever you have learned from here, that you will be able to apply it in your daily life. I also want to say from me personally to you that we believe in your abilities. We do not overlook you. We can never look down on you. You're great in your own image. You're great in your own vision. You can make it happen. Some of us, our visions are to encourage you to be you. We are here to impact our knowledge into your space once given the opportunity so that you can grow and become who you are meant to be, as Pastor Liverpool emphasized substantially on how this whole platform came about. The organization name sometimes is weird because it's I have vision. That I, it is not for us. It is not for Matthew. It is not for Pastor Liverpool. It's not for Jerry, myself, or anybody. The I represent you. So whenever you say that phrase, I have vision, it should move something inside of you because it does move a lot of things inside of me and it move a lot of things inside of all of us here, I hope. So let your vision follow you. Keep connecting with us as we go along. A lot of things would happen based on our own visions as well. And you're more than welcome to tap in, to join, to connect, to be a part of it, to even volunteer with us if you have the opportunity to do so. We'll greatly appreciate you on board. So thank you, participants. To our speakers, some of you guys I have been on your back too as well for being here. You never shied away. You was very consistent. You made your promises and you show up. My team is very glad. You know, honestly, I never thought like all the speakers would have the opportunity to be here today, but all of you guys did it. Every single day we had somebody to speak to the audience, and it was really, really amazing, right? So I really appreciate your expertise. Whenever I listen to these sections, I put on my open cap to be able to learn from everything that everyone say because I too, I'm growing, right? I need to learn. I need to be willing to submit myself to be able to grow, right? Regardless of what environment I find myself in. So I want to appreciate the speakers. You guys did excellent. You did justice to the topics. Now, lastly, to my team. We just started. Jerry, um, Matthew, Adeline, Declan T, to my woman too. I don't know if she's watching. Limu, and everybody else. I believe in you guys so much. If nobody believes in you, trust me, I believe in you. I want you guys to succeed. If you succeed, I succeed. I see success through you. And I'm glad that you guys, and the good thing about you guys being on board is that you had went through the process to prove yourself. You fill up the application, you got on board, you remain committed consistently. You kept all the things, all your promises that you put your mind to with this organization. So I want you to use this platform as yours. Let your vision flow on it. It is not mine because mine is to be able to empower you in my own way, and you can also empower me as well. But I really, 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 from the bottom of my heart, with all the different things, I know you guys got a lot of things coming up here shortly. I hope you guys can enjoy yourself. I hope that we can do more of that. And yes, I do not look at any limitations in you because your limitations is where you're going to grow from, is where you're going to be bigger from. I too have my own limitations, and I want you guys to tap into that limitation and help me to be a better person, right? So yes, I'm excited. I know I've been on your back. I know that. Trust me, I really do. I know it can be difficult at times, but yes, we have made it through, and I'm excited for it. And Jerry and Matthew, you guys were the host and co-host. The coordination was very good. We had a little technical issues in the back, but we addressed it as a team. And that's what made us better, and that is going to make us better. So you guys can use those expertise in your future life. To Pastor Liverpool, today's section was amazing. Um, I was privileged to look at your slide before you even brought it on, so that was the good part of it. We always share those type of informations in the back. We come a long way, and I am so glad that you were able to even bring up the story about your music and how we all started and how this whole AHA Vision thing started. I can never walk away from you because this vision you share with me equally as well. So thank you for your knowledge. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for believing in yourself first. And then thank you for working with us to make this possible. With that being said, I will go back to work. I'm listening in attentively. And I appreciate you guys for everything again. Have a blessed night. And I'll listen from behind the scene. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, boss. We really do appreciate you. So before we take the person with the app, get people out of Manala. Yeah. Let me bill it.
Jerry, you and Matthew, you can't leave the you can't leave the space like that. Yeah, you'll see me and Jerry will be rushing, bro. You gotta be online. Yeah. But everything, one thing he did promise us, was exposure, being able to get that needed um assistance, being able to get impartation, being able to whatever means possible, right? That we can learn ourselves. They always give us that medium. So he and that of the HOM, they have been a great help to our individual lives. For me, if I just start talking, I don't want to move from here. But anyways, he been a great bunny man to me. Yeah, even though when you hear me talking about bunny man, that's only I can say, but let me just leave it. So we'll take the person with the iPhone and then we will close on the HOM and then we call it a night. So I don't know who's with the iPhone. You can just put your hand down and then unmute your mic, please.
Hello everybody. So I was offline. This came online.
So we are not hearing you, ma'am. We are not getting you. So we are not hearing you, please. I don't know if you're getting me. So quickly before we take the parting statement from Pastor Liverpool and close the webinar, we would like to inform each and every one of us on here tonight that we have a pending project, right? We have a pending project that will be executed in the soonest.
My network dropped and I was
Yeah, you can go ahead. Let me.
yes, I was making a statement that I appreciate the team. You guys did an amazing job. We've been here from the very first day. I'm the one with the iPhone. I've been from the first day to the last day. It was very, very, very good learning and unlearning, having to meet good people, though it's online, but we had the opportunity to listen to meaningful things. And it's a good thing that the youth are making a good impact to the society, right? So I hope that next time we get to experience in real life that this training should not be the end. We should be able to see each other, have a session, and at least try to help other people, because the most thing library is lacking right now is uh decent youth, people that are educated, people that are willing to make impact, because the settle as well. So Jerry and Matthew and everybody that been on this call from day one, you guys are doing a good job, and I'm so proud of y'all. Though I've not met you, but I'm proud of you that you could put this together. And it was a long journey, right? We were in the group chat for like 2-3 months. I was like, when is this training? He said, very soon. I said, tell me the date. When is this training? Because we just hear, and then every time, are you excited to meet our guests, our this and this? I said, no. This group chat, I will put this group chat to achieve. But I'm so glad that I did not achieve this group chat, and then I stay in. I really, really, really learned a lot. We talk about leadership, the people that talk about leadership, the people that talk about diplomacy. And I'm a student reading criminal justice, so more into leadership and diplomacy. Thank you, youth teaching youth. You guys have done a good job, and we have learned. We have learned. Thank you.
Thank you so kindly. We really do appreciate that. So, like we did mention, Limon B. Jara Smith was to come in to give her parting statement, but due to her network, she's unable. So she sent in her her message, and it's very brief. So we will give Jerry the opportunity to do that, to just read it out to us. But before then, like she regularly said, this vision is really big. This I can tell anyone for free. This vision is really big, and we are looking far beyond the nine, right? So this is something where in our next webinar gonna be more engaging, more exciting, and you're gonna see some familiar faces to speak to us, and you're gonna have others that you won't come across again, because we try to bring in the best speakers for all of our participants. This vision is very, very, very big, and in subsequent time in the native future, we're going to have a bigger forum right in Liberia, and then we'll also have the opportunity given to international guests as well. So that is not just it just the taste of the iceberg. Yeah, everything has a beginning, right? So it's just the starting point of what AHA Vision is trying to put out there to the younger generation. So we are here for everyone. So we're going to take Jerry in 2 minutes. Please, can you read out Limo message to us? And then we will just give a summary of our pending project that we have on hand. And then Pastor Liverpool will close us for the night. I know some people there like, but Mavi just saying closing. No.
Oh my God. Hello?
Yeah, Jerry, you can
Yeah.
go. You can go ahead. You can go ahead, Jerry.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you again. And so I'm going to read what my colleague sent in. She says, "Hi, everyone. As we bring this YTY, which is the Youth Teaching Youth Program, to a close, I would firstly like to sincerely thank our CEO, our HOM, and speakers, and all participants for this wonderful opportunity. I'm grateful for the chance to share my experience and learn from the experiences of others as well. The knowledge, the guidance, and the encouragement we receive throughout this program have been truly valuable. Thank you all for making this journey meaningful and memorable. Hope to have another program again. We learn, we grow, we lead, we impart, and inspire. Thank you, everyone. Together, we can make a better change in the society. Thank you and stay blessed. That was the voice of Lemon B. Smith. Thank
So
you.
thank you, co-host. So a quick run. So we have, like I said, we have a pending project on ground in Liberia that is just similar to what we are doing online here, right? So this is more like enhancing learning through a community mobile hub. So we are focusing on three communities, and those communities are Mount Barkley. We have a school from Mount Barkley. We have another community called Cooper Farm, and we have the school we taking from Cooper Farm is the E. Mary House School. We have another school from Bonance Farm FDA. So these are the three communities that we going to take our projects to. So, like we said, the summary here is that let me just read it out quickly before we go. They say this project is built on the SDG 4 that talks about quality education with the aim of improving literacy, and promoting equal access to learning resources. By creating a community mobile reading hub, the initiative will bring books, learning activities, and mentorship directly to children who need it most. So the project addresses a fundamental educational gap that many students, particularly in low income areas, do not have access to books, cultural, um, to books, sorry, or a system with, let's say, or a system with literacy development. So this especially um, have to do with the aspect of females who may be struggling with reading comprehensions with effects that will affect their entire academic trajectory. So the initiative is anchored in Sustainable Development Goals 4, which focuses on ensuring inclusive and equitable quality education for all. Rather than waiting for children to access resources, this project aims to mitigate the gap and make a significant contributions to effect reading and promote positive mentorship for those who need it most. So that's the summary of our pending project. So in subsequent time, we ask that you follow all of our social media handles. We are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, we are on LinkedIn as well. So we will definitely start to put up more communication pertaining to our project. So if you want to know more about the project, we will just do a recap on everything, and then we're going to send it into the group chat. But we advise that you follow us on Facebook, share our pages with others, and invite them to do the same. So we'll also be making a big announcement very soon from one of our participants. So we will therefore be doing that. And also we have one of our participants in Miata. Like she said, she was part of our entrepreneurship section, and she been with us since day one, right? And she having a product. We want to use this medium again, even though officially we're going to do that. She has a product that we're going to be marketing. If you are watching us on Facebook, YouTube, so please be on the alert. And all of us here on this call, please be on the alert on our Facebook page, all of our social media handles, that you can be able to patronize our very own, right? So we all know that we are from a diverse background, but this is our own. So let us wrap our hands around her and see how best we can support a little business. And in subsequent time, whatever, maybe it could be you, but this is the individual that we deem necessary to help at this moment. So we want to say thank you, Pastor Liverpool. You can just come in and then close us from here.
Thank you very much, Matthew. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys. I'm not trying to waste any of us our time. We already been here for a while, and I'm glad that we are all here learning from one another. Um, and as Brother Matthew rightly said, this is the closing, and it's not like we want to keep you late, like past 10 o'clock in Liberia, but just that saying goodbye is hard. So, like I remember when I was leaving Africa and I was saying bye to my wife while she was in Africa. I missed my flight the same day because we keep on saying goodbye, goodbye, goodbye until I miss my flight. So, saying goodbye is hard. So, but we're not saying goodbye for good. All right, guys, we're saying goodbye to the first movement that we have together. Now, I have an exciting announcement to present to you first. It's like great news to everyone involved here. Our management team is eager to motivate each and every one of you to learn, eagerly to stay active. Now, if you're located in Africa and using data and planning to join us continually with the YTY, we have some fantastic parks in store for you. All right. Here are some that you can look at looking forward. I'm going to post this in a group chat here so you can go through and read it. We have, if you want to front, the front row seat to all of our upcoming event include the GYC. You have a chance to win up to $10 in data, an opportunity to create shout out video on our social media page, a 1 month volunteer position with our team if you are, willing to participate in the transportation to or participate in our first on ground activity in Liberia, along with free I Have Vision t-shirt. Um, so all of these things, you guys are all qualified for it. All you have to do just reach out, and there's so much more opportunities that you can take from this. And we're not just trying to have you on here today and then tomorrow we say we don't know you, you're a stranger. No. And this is what I'm gonna post so that you guys can be all, we can all be on the same page. It's very important that if you have any concern about whatsoever that we taught about, we teach, that you learn from here, you reach out. You'll not be a stranger. We have a group. You guys are in the group. Reach out in the group. Ask questions. Say, oh, I want to do this. I don't know how to start. You're struggling starting something. Ask questions. I can't stress it enough how important it is for you to ask. Because number one, until you ask, no one will actually be willing to say, okay, do this. This is how I can help you. So I'm gonna say this and then we can wrap it up. Is we are all created in the image of God. All right. And that's why I started with the opening statement. I said, God is able to put $1 billion in your bank account. Even right now, make you to have $1 billion. Say, but I don't even have a bank account. You're able to put $1 billion US dollars in your mobile phone. Let me just put it that way. All right. He's able. There's nothing impossible with God. You have to see yourself like that because you are in his image. So nothing can be impossible to you. The reason why he may not give you the $1 million, I don't know for God's heart. God only know his own heart. I know my own. But I'm thinking as a human being, and I'm thinking, oh, probably because he want you to get it yourself. And how getting it by trusting him and you moving towards that dream that he gave you already, that's worth more than billions of dollars. Putting it to news will give you much more. But because when he gave $1 million, in my own human thinking now, is because you won't know what to do with it. But if you walk the path, like you are here right now, that's a start. That's a huge stepping stone. Your being here make the big difference. I want to see people from here on our next event. I really want to see people from here on our next event. I want to see people from here coming in person. Because believe it or not, I'm going to try my best to make it in person in Liberia for our event. Why? Because this how much the vision is important to us. Because with the vision that we have to make you bring your vision to life, and as our CEO said rightly, I have vision is you saying, hey, me, I have a vision for myself. I have a plan for myself. I have a goal for myself. I have a dream for myself. I have a hope for myself. Now, you're going to go to bed, probably from here, go to sleep, but go with that in your mind. Dream about it. Pray about it. Write it down. Write it down 1 billion times, 1 billion times if you can. Just make sure you tell yourself that I have a goal for myself. I have a hope for myself. I have a dream for myself. And you write those dreams down. You push towards it each and every day, and you see it coming to life. In completing, I used to tell people in my community, I'm going to make a movies. I'm going to make a movies. I'm going to make a movies. I'm going to make a movies because I went to film school. Time came, I produced the movies. I didn't release the movies. Why? Because I never had plan on what to do with the movie after I finished filming it. I filmed the movies, never released it, never edited it. Why? Because there was no plan. So you can say, oh, I have a vision for myself, I have a goal for myself. That's good. But also make plans. But whatever you learn from here, put it to news in that vision, in that goal, and see what it will do for you. So in conclusion, I pray that God Almighty bless each and every one of us that are present here, those that were here earlier, those that already left, those that came before, every one of us, that we will be the difference maker in our community. Will be the people who tomorrow you see, for example, you see Sis Miata, you'll be like, wow, I met her when we were first on the webinar with Aha Vision. And Sis Miata is now leading a team of teenagers making a difference in the community. That impact, that's what we're praying for. You can say, oh, I seen Brother Jeff. Now he's a president of this men club because what? He's impacting his community from what he learned. Same thing to every one of us that are here. Let your vision shine because that's who you are. If your vision die, no one will put breath in it for you. Let your vision shine. Your vision don't have to be everything that we stated here. Your vision can be, oh, I want to make sure people see the importance of pancana oil. You can keep that vision and you pursue it and you see how that vision will change people's life. God bless you. I cannot stress on this more. Every leadership starts with humanity. Visit that person, that cousin, that nephew who hates you, who don't like your business. Pray for them because at the end of the day, that humanity, that's what's going to make you who you are. God bless you. Have a good night.
God bless you. Have a good night. That's the words of our HOM. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you. That is how we come to the end of the Youth Teaching Youth Women at 2026. Till then, we ask that you please continue to follow us on Facebook, on YouTube, to get more information about Aha Vision. Thank you. We see you. Bye-bye for now.